So you have started your entrepreneur interpretive simulation and somehow you are not sure what you are going to do. So in this video specifically, we are going to tackle this simulation and we are going to show you exactly what you need to do to be successful in this game. First of all, you need to understand what this simulation deals with. This simulation starts with the assumption that you have acquired a shop that sells casual clothes. This shop is located at a university facility, and you have an option of moving the shop to a new location. It can be in a mall, also maybe in the downtown area. Let's just go there specifically to check where the areas where you can move the shop to. It is taking a while, maybe because of the internet connection levels. But first, let's go to introduction and then we'll come to the company before we proceed to where we need to do next. Let's go to startup decision. And here you can see we have selected to locate the shop to shopping center. There are other options which you can find them in the manual, and specifically depending on how you want to sell your product, the market that you are trying to target, you can go specifically to the new location or you can decide to maintain the business where it is located currently. Let's just look at the review. In this case, we have selected a new location to be shopping center, and the product line we'll be selling is ultra trendy clothes, and the financial option is private loan. That's all you need to know, or what you need to do while you are starting this decision in the interpretive entrepreneur simulation. When you are done with that, you need to understand the company. In this case, we are not starting in quarter 1. Instead, we are starting in quarter 11. And the person that was doing it made several errors, specifically when it comes to inventory management. And in several occasions, because of poor inventory management decision, they end up making losses. However, in this round, we are going to try to understand what we need to do so that we can get back to speed and try to make a profit from this. One thing that I came to note while doing the decision in the entrepreneur interpretive simulation is you need to buy the reports. The reports are very important because they really help you to understand how competitors are making decisions. Also, you need to understand how many direct competitors you are facing. For example, in this case, we are under ultra trendy and we only compete with another firm. We are just two in this category. And you can see this is a very lucrative category because it has a very huge sales, average sales. That's why you can see tops, they're having 74K, and in pants, the average was 77K. In categories such as casual, you can see the competition is quite high because the number of firms there are very high. However, despite that, you can see nearly all of them are selling an average of 70K. That is for tops and 70K in pants. But for ultra trendy, this is something that is very lucrative. As you can see, the average is quite high and the competition level is very low. Let's now go to pricing strategy. Who is competing with us is VMark Apparel. Our company is Trendies. You can see for VMark Apparels, when we compare it with our company, their price is relatively higher compared to ours. They are charging $2 extra for tops and also $2 extra for pants. Let's go to promotion reports and we try to understand our competitors further. We can see for VMark, when it comes to advertising budget, they are having a budget of about 9K. Promo budget is 3K. For Trendies, advertisement budget is 15K, promotion budget is 2K. And when we come to wage rates, you can see Trendies actually is having a very poor wage rate compared to other companies in the industry. This was something that we are going to consider while making the decision in the current quarter. Also, you can see days return policy. um, the return policy, you can see for company like Roll and Roll, they're having 30 days return policy, as well as Creekside, they're also having 30 days. To see the effectiveness of this return policy, it is important to see the results. So let's go to the result and try to compare those companies that are having a very huge return policy in terms of number of days and those that are having less. So let's check it again. We have those who have 30. Let's start with Creekside Clothing. We see how much they were making, both cumulative and the year 11 profit. Creek, you can see profit they had at 12K and cumulative they are having 41. Let's go see another company that are having 30 days return policy. This is Rock and Roll. Rock and Roll, where is Rock and Roll? You can see they are also making a profit. Let's see which company is struggling. Let's see Best Price Casual. Best Price Casual. Best Price Casual. You can see their advertising budget as well as promo budget is not that bad, but their return policy 10 days. Maybe return policy can be the reason, but let's continue comparing. Again, let's compare. Let's check Denver Street. Denver Street. Denver Street. You can see their budget is not that bad when it comes to advertisement. Promotion is also not that bad, but what seems to make the difference is return policy. Those companies that have 30 days return policy seems to be performing better than those companies that are having 10 days return policy. So that's one thing that we are going to do, or we are going to check while making decision. Again, another thing that we need to check, I believe you have quite well analyzed the report. Let's go now to decision, and you can try to make decision based on these changes. Okay, operation. Let's just start with the year 6, and you can see how we have been managing our inventory. You can see for tops in year 6 we had 600 inventory, and for pants we had almost 3,000. When you go to year 7, the inventory were 3K, almost 4K for tops and almost 6K for pants. Year 8, now this is about 1.6 and 3.3K for tops and pants respectively. Year 9, pants they quite well managed to clear inventory, but for tops the inventory were just higher than what we sold. That was about 3.1K. Let's go to year 10. They did not purchase any new stock because they had a very huge inventory, 3.3 and 3.8 respectively. Year 11, 400 and 1.5. So the major issue that this company has been facing throughout the game is inventory management. That has been a very big challenge, and maybe is the main reason why the company has not been doing well. Because when you check the profits for trendies, you can see in year 10, or you can just work with cumulative. You can see they have been having losses. Like in year 10, they had a loss of 3K, almost 3.5. Let's see year 9. Year 9, they made some profit of 2.4. Let's see year 8, 1.7 profit. Let's start with year 1. You see where the largest loss incurred. So in year 1, that's when they made a very huge loss. Now let's go back to this report. Let's start in year 1. We see how much inventory they had in year 1. Actually, in year 1, they had no inventory, but you can see the sales were very low, just 1,485. But let's go to pricing in year 1, and you can see the projection. You can see for the company to make any profit or just to have a zero profit, they had to sell about 2,000 for tops and about 1,107 for pants. But you can see they ordered very few units, and that is the reason why they ended up with a very huge loss. So inventory management has been quite a challenge for this company all through, and there's so much reason why we are having like let's go back to operations. There are so many reasons why we are having a 5,121 as the purchase for carrying around and 2,770 for pants. Let's go to marketing and you can see the changes that we have made so that we manage to increase the projected. Usually throughout the game, you could see that we are having like 15,000 when it comes to advertisement and 2,000 when it comes to promotion. So this year we have reduced the advertising budget and we have increased the promotion budget. Usually the company was focusing on the website, television and social media, but this time we have gone for community newspaper, social media and website. The reason for this, you can find it here. You can see community newspaper has a potential of reaching about 15K quarter page and run several times a week in local newspaper with circulation of around 15,000. When you look at the television, you can see the cover production and running of 15-second ad on local TV run every other week to increase frequency. You can see for television, the cost is very high, but the effectiveness is quite low. That is the reason why we have considered to go for community newspaper and have also gone for website and social media. This thing, we are not sure that is going to work, but as we move forward from quarter 11 maybe to quarter 12, we are going to try another new one and see which one is going to bring us better results. Okay, let's go back. So as you can see, we have changed our advertising, we can call it a catalog, or you can say like a mix, advertising mix, but we have also increased the promotion budget for that case. Okay, now let's go to pricing. Because we have increased the advertising budget, there's a reason for us to increase our price a little bit, and that's why we are having 28. Previously we had 26 for tops, and we've also increased the price for pants from 36 to 38. And you can see the break-even points or break-even units for pants is 2079 and for tops is 2604. Okay, now because we are spending like half what we are spending now in promo, we made assumption that this quarter we are going to sell double this one. So when you double this one and then you subtract the inventory that we are having, you get 5121. When you double this one and you subtract this inventory of 1576, you get 2770. That's the reason why we had these numbers here. You can also see that we have changed our return policy from 10 days to 30 days, because we have seen that those that were having many days in their return policy, they ended up to having a higher profit than those that had fewer days in return policy. Store hours, we have also increased the store hours from 11 hours to 12 hours. This will really help us to improve or increase the numbers of hours that the customer can have to shop in our stores. Okay, now let's go to staffing. As we had seen earlier on the reports, we were having like a part-time hourly wages of about $8 per hour, and most of the company in the industry were charging or were offering better wages compared to a company, and that has a very huge impact when it comes to employee morale, and that's the reason why we considered increasing the part-time hourly wage to 12.5. We also increased the training budget from 300 to 400 because we want our employee to be better in their productivity. Now let's go to Let's go to finance. So we are expecting at the end of this quarter to have some profit of about 5280. It's not that good, but 5280 is quite a better number. Believe that throughout the game they did not manage to get anything closer to 5280, and also a cash at hand of 65,000. That is a good amount for a start, because I believe as we move forward we are going to get even better figures. We are not offering any dividend, because a profit of about 1252, that is a very low. Unless we grow our profit, we are going to consider that extra loan repayment. We are not paying any loan now, but when we grow our profit, maybe in the next 2 quarters, we are going to consider paying back some loans. Special decisions. So special decision, we have offerings, and these are some new advantage that allow us to expand our business. But as you can see, we have selected do nothing, because currently we do not have that huge profit to finance these new ventures. But as we move forward and we start to increase our profit, we're going to consider increasing, or we are going to consider these new ventures, so that we can grow our business and increase our equity, as well as increase our profit making ability. I believe that's all for entrepreneur interpretive simulation. In case you have any question, kindly consider commenting below and we'll get back to you. Also, we have included our contact list, that is WhatsApp link, as well as an email address where you can contact us directly if you need a specialized help. Again, kindly consider subscribing to our channel, so that next time we have similar video, YouTube is going to let you know. That's all. Have a nice time.